Hello, and welcome to Khyber Shards, a 5th edition actual play show set in the Eberron campaign world. Casey, what happened last time?
Ari went shopping, and he got some armor to protect himself. Solarka is awesome. And then Pog did tell Solarka he was going on an adventure this time.
Growth.
And got an awesome axe from Solarka that he brought on our adventure. We made it to the crack in the ground that was severely undersold. And I guess she met us there to make sure we were going in. We did not clarify her presence watching us descend into the earth.
We also didn't examine her right on time appearance when we got there either, which I'm just now realizing, but it's fine. It's probably fine.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
She is nothing but innocent and pure-hearted.
Everything about Kira Selshadra is on the up and up.
Right.
Huh?
She's my idol. And then we started our we started making our way down into the hole. We know that there is a Fae up ahead because Ezri did a thing. Yes. I'm so good at these.
You rock.
But
Didn't even have to rehearse. Nailed it.
now we know what happens when I don't rehearse.
Fair enough. All right. So, you move into the tunnel and begin your descent.
Bum, bum, bum.
Pog is leading the way. So, it is to Pog to give me a perception check.
17.
Okay.
Nice.
Pog sees
So you
things,
begin
yeah.
to pick your way. It's true. You begin to pick your way down the tunnel. It's not really a tunnel in the sense of, something burrowed this or dug this or it's an old passage. You're just moving down a space where the earth cracked in a way that allows forward passage. After you've gone a few dozen yards, you're forced to clamber down, and this time you do drop out into what looks like an old ruined passageway, and are able to move forward again relatively unhindered. With the 17, you come to a spot where you stop and look, because you can see that on the left wall that you're walking along, there are about a dozen little shards of metal embedded in that wall.
I will point the group's attention to it.
Metal ain't really my thing.
Weird.
I don't.
You gonna touch it?
I really do. I really, really do. And Pog's gonna reach up and try to pull a piece of the metal
Hold
out.
up. Let me just back up.
Too
a
late.
bit.
Pog's gonna reach up and try to pull a piece of the metal out.
Ari's got remembrance
Okay, Pog.
out and shield up.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Let's see what happens. It's a 12.
Okay, so you step up to the wall to take one of the metal shards. You feel a shift under your foot and a distinctive click, and then several sounds. as out from the other wall, opposite this one, are shot a whole bunch of little metal shards. Obviously, the origin point of
Who could have
metal
seen this
shards
coming?
you are currently examining.
Right.
Gosh, that's such a good roll.
Oh boy.
You
For
take
whom?
11 piercing damage as several little metal shards embed themselves in your back and slash across your shoulders.
Without turning to the group, standing with a shrapnel-filled back, Pog says, they're not as cool as we thought they would be.
Also, there are now more of them embedded in the wall.
There's just a pog-shaped
Except-
hole where there
except
aren't as many.
this hog-shaped cannon.
You okay,
So,
buddy?
You still want to go first? Because I could help.
Going first isn't what did this, but I don't want to talk.
Here, just walk in front of me, buddy. I'll try to get some of
Okay.
them out for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Why doesn't your armor cover your back? That's...
What armor?
Pog doesn't wear armor.
Oh, I thought you wore armor.
We have known each other for a very long time. Do you remember earlier when you said that you had the eyes that were better? This is a great example of how bad you see.
Listen, my
I
mental
barely
image
wear a
is...
shirt, much less armor. The last time I wore a shirt was at a party, and it's the first time I wore a shirt.
And yet I'm the one that gets grief for walking around without a
Because you
shirt on.
take
This
it
seems
off.
like an
You choose to lose yours.
At least I sometimes wear a shirt. Like, you gotta have a shirt on to take it off.
What are we doing, King?
Shade lead us to out of this.
I would happily cut in front of Pog while he gets shrapnel removed from his back.
Okay, Shade, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Right. Serves me right. No, absolutely.
None of us have investigated. We haven't looked around at all.
I got a 20,
Oh, what?
a natural 20.
Okay.
For 27.
You take 5 piercing damage as you step forward, feel the ground shift, and a distinctive click, and then. As
Where
a
are they
bunch
coming
more-
from? How did
How
the
There's
wall
a whole bunch
reload?
of.
How much
Did
is
you look on the other?
And as he says that, he casts green flame blade to try to illuminate and on the axe. And when that happens, we learn the first property of the axe, which is we have a bright light cast in a 40-foot radius with 40 more feet of dim light after it.
Looking right at it when you did that too. Ooh.
So the axe blade is now glowing red hot.
Yep.
That makes this harder.
Very cool.
That really
Investigation.
works for this.
Sure,
That's awesome.
investigation.
Okay. Ari stops digging shrapnel out of Pog's back for a
Well,
second.
wait, why? Just look around.
19.
When you look to the right, to the other wall, there are a series of slits in the stonework that appear to be the points at which these little metal shards are shot from.
My fault. I guess I should have. Ari was going to try to look at a way of disabling the trap. Like,
Oh, I see.
Ari had figured out what was happening. He wanted to figure out. Yeah, no.
You
I
loudly
acknowledge
said,
that.
"Where are they coming from?"
You did.
I know. I didn't express the intent behind the roll. Apologies.
I see. Okay, so when you look around, you see that there's a row of. You can see that the stone that Shade is standing on is about a half-inch lower while she stands on it than any of the other bits of flagstone.
Okay. Anybody have some something that we could jam into these things? I guess we could. Do I see a point where the tile goes back down? Like, is it just a single row? Like we could step over, or?
Well, Shade's only standing on one tile, and it is lower because her weight is on it.
I see. Well,
Shade, just keep going, and we'll see. If there are any other triggers?
do not listen to Esri, Shade.
I appreciate that.
Is there rubble around Philip? Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
Ari tells Shade to take a step back and then tosses a sizable rock, like big enough to hopefully trigger something on the tile that was the next step for Shade.
Okay, nothing happens.
Okay, so maybe we just step over that one?
Or
When
we
Shade
should
stepped
step
backward,
on that one.
Yeah, when Shade stepped backward, it went level with the others.
The rock idea
What were
is
you
good.
gonna say?
We'll keep going with that. Yeah, we know we can stand on that tile
Yep.
and then pick up the rock and throw it on the next one.
Okay, cool. Esri, you want to go first?
All right, you begin proceeding again.
Okay.
After a while, you can tell that the little niches that were shooting shrapnel out at you end. Yeah.
Y'all
Ari
ever
just had
think
his shield up like this the whole time while we were
how
walking
much
by.
they must have loaded these things up when they set them? There's got to be like thousands of shards in there.
I do not think about that.
There's thousands of shards in Pog's back, Ari says, pulling another one out.
well aware. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Here for you, buddy.
As you go forward under Shade's leadership now, Shade, you begin to, you are forced to
How
come.
we've had a regime change in the group.
You are once again forced to descend through a layer as you come to a broken space where the passage ends and turns a little to one side and down steeply for another few dozen feet before you come out level again. Now in what appears to be a natural tunnel
Oh, good.
that you can proceed along. But as you enter here, the smell of like churned up earth and moss fills this chamber going forward.
That's nice.
Smells like Esri. What?
Yeah.
It does. It smells a lot like Ezri's room. And as you start to go forward, the chamber starts to widen out, and you start to see like plant growth ahead.
Huh.
How thick is the foliage?
There's not much foliage. There are thick vines hanging down and crawling across the wall. But what you initially take to be like trees are actually big, thick roots that have writhed down through this chamber and crawled all along the walls.
That's really cool.
Okay. Maybe don't touch the vines. You never know what's not what it seems.
You didn't put these here, right, Esri?
Not. Well, my geography is a little bit. I'm a little disoriented. I don't think this was part of my doing. But. Don't know that I could say for sure. Not recently. Excuse me.
A few of the
Can I roll
vines have large flowers on them.
I'm sure they're
That's
beautiful
pretty.
and dangerous.
Yeah.
Pog is distinctly not
Too
touching anything.
dark
Yeah.
under here for flowers.
Yeah. Yeah, can I
Doesn't
roll...
seem right.
nature or something like that to see if I recognize these plants?
Sure.
21.
You do, but you recognize some of them because you remember seeing some of them on your foray into the Feywild.
Well, that's
Love that.
weird.
Cool.
These look like plants from the Feywild?
Shade, make a
Oh.
wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
Yep.
say this only love better than you.
Oh,
even me.
that's not
Oh,
great.
God.
9.
Bush.
Okay.
Yes.
Really glad Shade's leading now.
Quiet, you. Think.
Oh,
Hey. 21.
There we go.
You blink and you realize that your hand is resting on the stem of the flower, ready to pull it off the vine. But you can't remember why you were about to do that.
Don't touch it.
what are you doing?
I don't know.
What?
I told you not to touch the flowers. I wouldn't have touched them.
You were.
You actually would. You did touch it. That was the thing
Don't
you
smell.
Something's
Maybe
wrong.
it's the spores. Plug your noses.
did.
Thank you, Pog.
I'm not really anti-spore myself.
You're welcome.
Nope, I have to breathe.
Should I?
Well,
There's
if this is
Burn
Fey,
it?
we there's some. Wonder if this is the Fey creature.
Is past the flowers our way forward, Philip?
Is there
Okay.
something I can roll to guess what just happened to me?
You could roll Arcana.
Could I help
Okay.
with that roll?
Sure.
5.
Shade has pulled the flower.
17?
This flower here?
Ari, you would guess that the aroma of this flower has some sort of hypnotic quality to it.
Okay. Don't smell the flowers.
Should I burn the flowers?
Oh.
How?
Showing that he has an axe that is currently on fire and red hot.
I mean, my alternative is hold your breath and sprint. So I don't see why Pog's idea is worse than mine. So
That's the closest to a yes I've heard in a long time. And so Pog lays the head flat of the blade onto the flower from
hold your breath while you do it.
an
Hold your breath
arm's
while you do
length
it.
away.
Okay.
We're about to fight a plant. Okay.
Pog, 17 to hit you.
Uh-huh.
I was worried that was gonna
yeah.
happen.
A vine, unbeknownst to you, uncurls itself down from the ceiling behind you, and then wraps itself around your throat and squeezes. You take
What?
6 piercing damage as thorns dig into your neck, and you are grappled, and you are suffocating.
So in Pog's
There are 3
eloquent
reasons
words, it is
that his idea was worse.
If we're not doing it, Ari would run up and try to cut the vine that's got Pog wrapped around his
Yes.
thumb,
Okay, sure.
holding his breath.
Give me an attack, Ari.
19.
19. 19 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
8 psychic damage. If that matters.
I'm so sorry, but this vine is immune to psychic damage.
Pog gets a headache.
Are you serious?
Yes.
It doesn't do just slashing damage too?
No, my sword specifically does psychic damage.
It is still a physical sword?
Okay.
No, maybe it's not. I guess it's not.
Yeah, it's
I would like to
psychic
slice
rather
the
than
vine.
slashing. Yeah.
Oh.
Sure.
Help!
Man, if only you had a weapon that was
Pog
really
have the
like,
only real weapon?
spectacularly good against plants.
Yeah.
If
no, I know.
only-
That's.
if only we had that
It's
weapon.
still listed there.
Oh, what happened to that?
21.
Hits.
Eight damage.
Okay. You cut the vine away, and as it comes away, you see the sort of the lighter greenish color interior of it start to turn blue.
Run! We should run. We should run. Run fast. Run away. Run forward.
Don't harm the vines. Don't harm the vines.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Don't touch.
vines.
It's no way,
You're
right?
beautiful. You're doing a great job. No, she definitely said that she sent roots down into the ground to study things. Don't hurt it. No.
So
You can hold
just-
your breath and you can run.
Yeah, hold breath, run through. I think that's the best plan.
I can do one of those things at a time at most.
Everyone, give me a dexterity saving throw as you
Better.
race through the vine and root thick chamber.
19.
I'm gonna push.
Wise.
This is bad.
No, I'm so much better at that.
21.
Nice.
Ari does a freaking cartwheel.
I'll take a 17. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna push mine. It's me pushing again. For 21.
Nice.
Okay. The four of you sprint forward, weaving among the vines and roots that reach towards you, the flowers that open nearby, and go out the other side into another passage. Gradually, the roots trail off as you move away from the chamber.
Totally should
How's
have
your neck,
known.
buddy?
Oh man.
Pog, catching his
River's
breath,
okay.
answers that by holding it to the side to show you the puncture wounds from the
Oh!
from the vines. Going, is it bad? It stings. Is it bad?
No, it looks fine. No, it's fine, buddy.
That's a lot of
it looks
blood
fine.
for being
Just-
fine.
It's just some scratches. Put your beard back down, please.
Pug's neck is swelling from the rash.
You look great.
I needed that right now.
Ari's got
Ow.
Ari's got a passive deception of 18. So
It's going to be a really cool scar, though. That's going to be
gonna
distinctive.
have a lot of really cool scars. Pog's gonna be the definition of death by 1,000 cuts by the end of this.
For real. For real. Okay, so then we're in a new room or a new.
You okay?
we've run past.
Yeah, you're in a new passageway.
Onward and
And
forward.
we look around.
Yes,
Sure.
I would like to investigate this
Who's leading?
room.
Philip, is it clear to me whether or not that was the Fae I sensed?
That was definitely Faye.
Or it's not
No.
clear.
Think you can be certain, but
Okay.
it would probably reason.
Well, that's certainly, if that's what I sensed, that's probably good news, at least for a little while longer.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like it's going to go up to the outside, so At least that's a little bit that we know doesn't have a monster that's going up. We're doing great.
Yep.
Yeah, she's already there.
We're killing it. Shade, are you still leading the way?
Yes. But also a monster would have to pass through it.
Think
Oh.
That's true.
We should protect it. I mean, I don't want the monster to hurt River. Okay. I am looking in the room. Perception?
Yes.
It's all good.
Well, that's a natural one that I rolled.
Entirely safe.
dexterity saving.
A haven from the dangers of the underground.
Take a long rest here and not worry about it.
Could
Already
Yeah,
pushed
the
twice.
The passage ran a little bit, turned right, and came out through a break in a wall into another passage. Different kind of masonry this time than the last time you were in a finished passage. Presumably an older, different settlement.
I think it's fine.
All right. Onwards
Right,
and forwards.
Oh,
You
thank
first.
you.
Yeah.
Almost done, buddy.
I
Just like 24 more to go.
Okay.
walk
That's
forward.
good. That's good.
The temperature is a little bit warmer, more humid in this room. And as you go forward, Esri, you definitely become aware that there's sort of a steady humming, kind of echoing around this chamber. And
Melodic or mechanical or
just sort of like a low droning sound.
The HVAC.
right. The
Got to
humidifier.
turn that off before you start recording.
And then as you get further in, the ground starts to become a little bit. There's like a little sort of sticky film on the ground.
Stop. Maybe everyone stop just for a moment.
Glistens very slightly.
Yep.
Why?
There's glistening sticky on the ground. That's usually.
Why do you got to phrase it
Yeah,
like that?
that is a
Well,
gross set
I don't
of
know. Those words just popped into my head from somewhere.
Pop them back out
But
and not out loud again.
so
Yeah.
I'm
it is
gonna
sticky.
kneel down and just sort of take a sample and take a
You're not gonna
taste.
Are you
taste it,
touching the glistening
Oh,
sticky?
God.
No, no,
Yeah,
I
well,
said
that's
it.
the best
All
way
our-
to-
our feet.
Can I perhaps make
So-
a check of some sort on it? Perhaps a nature check.
Nature would seem, yeah.
I'm all about the 17s today. It's 21 total.
Your skin tingles slightly when you touch the stuff on the ground, and you detect that it's vaguely acidic. And sniffing it, you realize it would be a very bad idea to taste it. This
Never
this
stopped you
residue. This residue is exuded from the skin of a large subterranean creature called an onkeg.
Did we just find a room covered in icy hot?
once-
Is that what this is?
Thought you were
No.
gonna find a
Onkeg?
giant slug.
Not all. Yeah, it's kind of like a really gigantic cockroach.
Oh. Oh, that was a Google result. Oh,
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah. Okay. Is the floor like I would expect the skin of something like that to be, or is this like a trail?
You get it like it would be something that might slough off of the skin of a creature like that. And as you look up with your very high passive perception, you realize that sort of clustered against the upper part of the walls and the ceiling of this chamber, there are clusters of sticky vaguely oval shapes plastered against the wall.
Okay, so here's what I've learned in the last few minutes. There are some number of large, buggy creatures here, and they have laid eggs. Over there.
Oh, gross.
So
And over there. And also over there.
Oh,
And over there.
So
Probably
I
would not
think
be happy to find
this
us here.
Well, this seems very much like the kind of thing we were supposed to not let exist still.
should we fire
Yes.
this room?
That seems like a good idea this time.
Yeah.
We're gonna have
how big is this room? Versus how big fire can Pog do?
How the fire?
This room is slightly irregularly shaped, but it is. It's about 60 feet long, and then sort of curves around into a larger chamber. Not a larger chamber, but an open space, and then you can see another tunnel leading off of it.
I get the sense as soon as we start taking these things out, whatever parental units are nearby are going to come be real angry. So just be ready for that eventuality, I would say. But yeah,
We should also kill
this
them.
is what we were sent down here for. So
So that range
do
is
it.
quite a bit more than the Pog or the fire that Pog can. However, I'm totally down to just start swinging on these eggs if you want. I do have an axe on fire, which would probably do the kill the egg and the fire at the same time. I don't know yet.
I could see how they react to being sprayed by poison. I've been wanting to try that.
I
Again.
think we could all, there's a lot of eggs. We could all
Let's
do all
just
of that.
start.
I think we can just start going
Okay.
ham.
Pog swings on the egg closest to him.
Okay. You swing your axe through the egg, cracks and bursts, and a whole bunch of goo just out, right at you.
Don't
and
let it get in your wounds. It's probably not good.
You take 4 acid damage
again.
as it splatters all over you.
Okay.
Okay,
Everything
plan B.
hurts in everywhere.
At range is probably best.
Yup. Maybe not this of the ideas.
I'll poison spray one. I get to
Okay.
be 10 feet away when I do that.
Nice. It doesn't burst. But
Okay.
you sprayed it with poison.
Hoping for the best.
While Esri does that, Ari pulls out his arcane
Safer,
blaster
but less
and
satisfying.
just starts eldritch blasting some that are down
Okay.
towards the
All
end
the
of
goo
the
attacks
space.
Pog.
Yeah, the one's right above
Flies
Pog.
across the room, like weaves around you through the air.
Bounces off the walls like flubber. Just
Yes, I will take aim at the one closest to Pog and thorn
Thanks,
whip
dude.
it. I'm kidding. I will thorn whip another. I can do that from 30 feet.
Shade
So, yeah.
shooting arrows.
yeah.
Pog genuinely sulking, just holding the axe against his stomach and using it as a light because he all of a sudden can't do anything fun.
Thank you for the light,
Yo.
buddy.
Tog, what's your passive perception?
But we don't need it because we all have dark vision.
My passive perception is, I have not needed to know this before, not great. 11.
Okay. So, you sort of brush at your face and beard, and little bits of dirt and rock like come out of your beard, and You sort of think about that for a minute, and then you look down and you realize there's someone your like chest and arm, and then you look up into the hole that just opened above you and into the buggy-eyed, mandibled face of an Ankeg that just drops towards you out of the ceiling.
Ah! It's a.
Told you.
And bites you.
Oh, good. What did I do to you, Philip?
You'd think he would have been ready for that.
Philip gives me a cool toy.
He wasn't doing
you-
anything else. He could have been looking around.
You take 9 slashing damage.
I am almost more hurt now than I was after an earthquake rescue.
And 3 acid damage.
Oh.
And you are grappled.
This is so good. This is great.
To be fair, you declined to
They
fight the
never
fire
did.
elemental, so.
Colin, Pog came to a satisfying narrative arc with Solarka. He's
It's
had a lot
over.
of growth, so now naturally it's time for him to die.
All pip from here on
superfluous
out.
now. What?
Oh my god.
This is Solarka's story. We're just living in it. So
Oh my god. So what was my
needed
damage
the
total?
push.
What was my damage total there?
Your damage total is 12.
Oh,
Some of
good.
it was acid. And now I need you all to roll initiative.
Hey.
I have
Very well.
initiative advantage now,
Middling.
which did me no good.
Nice.
how did I roll
I'm
better
the
than
one
you?
that just got bitten, and I'm the last one to act. I can't.
I mean, there's an Ankeg on top of you and it's grappling you. That's why.
I would think you would be more eager to act in that situation. But
I am. Pog apparently super ready for a nap. Just take me
Eagerness.
now. Take me now.
Eagerness and ability are two separate things.
I
Ezri?
chihuahua.
14.
Jade,
19.
Ari,
7.
and Pog.
7.
Oh.
Okay. Shade, you get to go first.
I would like to shoot it with an arrow.
Cool. Hey, Colin, since we're
For
kicking you while you're
15?
down, this creature is a monstrosity.
Remember,
Ingot Pod on Spotify.
What was your roll, Casey?
15.
15. Does not hit.
Okay,
Arrow
I'm going to shoot it
deflects
again.
off of its armored plates.
You mean you're going to try to shoot it again?
Yeah, but for worse.
Because this is happening over
You
the
hit
internet,
it,
this is
the arrow's
cyberbullying.
just
Very, very startling.
Esri,
Okay,
you're up.
well,
Hey,
Oh,
guys.
I apologize.
Do you think this is the worst thing we're going to...
Cal.
yes, thank you. It has Pog in its mouth.
Jaws.
Cal's gonna run
Maw.
up and yeah.
Mandibles?
Pogdables.
He's gonna run up and do his claw attack.
On Pog, right? Just want to make sure you're slashing Pog, right?
He's been waiting for the chance.
No.
Yeah, actually on Pog.
Apparently, I rolled a natural 1.
Yeah, that also does not hit. Cal leaps upon the heaving back of the Ankeg and scrabbles at its exoskeleton, but cannot gain purchase with his claws. OPK. The Ankeg.
How closely related is OPK to TBK?
OBK.
We will find out. Yeah, we'll find out. Okay, so it is going to make its multi-attack. It's going to make.
It's not Ezri's turn? No?
Oh, that's right. It is Ezra's turn. I skipped you in my head because I had already said your
Okay.
name.
I figured. So Pog's been like taking damage here and there. Is he looking like drastically bad? I haven't really been.
You'd say he
keeping
looks
track.
about 2/3 of the person he normally is.
Oof.
That's enough, probably for a round at least.
Yeah, he's okay for now.
I
He
will-
won't die this round.
As I've been thorn whipping the eggs with the Fey Ivy, only in flavor, not actual ability, but I will use my cantrip Thorn Whip on the bug.
Ah, nice.
So I assume it's within 30 feet of me.
Sure.
Is that accurate? That's what I assumed. Okay. That'll be a 27 to
Heavens.
hit.
That definitely hits.
I should hope.
Natural 19, man. Okay. That'll be 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then I probably should have. Yeah, I don't really have anything else I can do. So that's what I will do.
All right.
Kapow.
As your thorn whip rips across the a weak point in the Ankeg's exoskeleton, caustic blood drips from the wound. Pog, take 1 acid damage.
Yep. Yeah. For sure, skis. For sure,
Oh,
skis.
also Cal.
Oh.
Also what?
Pog was fun.
Oh, Cal.
Cal is
Yeah.
Cal.
That's not
unfortunate.
fun.
Boo, Philip.
Yeah.
Boo.
Is this creature large or smaller?
It's large.
It moves 10 feet closer to me.
Why would you want that?
Cool.
I don't necessarily, but that is what the spell says it
Yeah.
does.
And you drag it towards you with Pog scraping along the ground.
Cool. Pog, you take 6 friction damage.
Well, it'd be fire damage.
Inspiration. All right. I liked that joke.
Thanks.
The Ankeg now is going to make some attacks.
No, you already said its name. You can just skip over it.
Right. It's going to make a claw attack with a reach of 10 feet against Esri.
Hey, but it was 30 feet away.
Were you? You said you thought it was within 30 feet of you.
Yeah.
That's only a 9 to hit you, so claw flails out
Oh.
and misses.
Surprisingly, a miss.
It's
Rare
going
miss.
to make a slash at Ari. But again, roll badly, only for an 11.
It's a miss.
Wow.
Ding.
And then its jaws are going to clamp down on Pog. And since Pog is grappled, it gets to roll with advantage.
Cool, man.
Sorry, buddy.
I'm loving it.
It needed the advantage. So it gets to a 23 to hit
Oh,
Pog.
just hits.
You take another 7 slashing damage and 5 acid damage.
Hey, most hurt he's been in so many fights.
Okay. Now it is Ari.
Okay. Ari, seeing Pog getting dragged under this thing, having witnessed the amount of punishment that Pog has been through thus far, Ari is very concerned about the safety of his friend and also Cal. So Ari extends Remembrance out, and you see his mark flare up and the energy go down his arm, extending out through Remembrance, and a lance of psychic energy shoots out at the Ankeg. I need an intelligence saving throw.
Ooh.
Philip, can you also make a
you
Constitution
rolled a
saving throw
natural
for the
one.
Ankeg?
I will. It rolled a
Since
natural 1
it clearly
for a
started.
total of -4.
Outstanding.
-5?
This thing
It
dumb.
has an intelligence score of 1.
Wow.
Its
That
Constitution
is-
saving throw is 13.
24
then
psychic
it will-
damage,
Whoa.
Whoa.
and
It all.
Until
it also
the start-
took. 7 necrotic damage.
Okay.
until the start of my next turn, it is incapacitated.
Whoa.
So it just goes limp. As its
Oh,
mind goes.
you killed it.
No, it'll get back up.
that
in
was
like
efficient.
6 seconds. So, Pog,
Oh.
do your worst.
I thought Pog was doing his worst.
No. That's
The
so mean.
vice-like grip around you lessens.
Okay.
You okay, buddy?
No. And as a bonus action from the ground, now having the remaining shrapnel permanently implanted in his back, I would imagine, or requiring actual surgery,
Know when it's going to rain forever.
I'm going to go into a rage and just strike two-handed with the axe straight into the base of the skull area as best he can, and make the first attack with this new blade here.
Pressure.
21 to hit.
21 does hit.
Good. Love that. Okay, so it's going to be the damage will be 16, adding the 2d8s to it as well as the rage modifier. And 6 of that is fire damage.
Okay. You take 2 acid damage,
It's a fair trade.
as does Cal.
That's an unfair trade.
Actually, no, because Esri pulled it away from Cal, so Cal is not still with it.
Hey.
Back to being a fair
look at
trade.
me.
And then do the second attack. The same. 17.
Does hit.
For 14 more.
You
With
take 4 acid damage.
5 being fire damage.
Awesome. So acid just sort of sizzles as it drips down the blade of your axe and onto you. Okay. Then we're back around to the top, and it is Shade.
I'm gonna for realsies shoot it this time.
You got this.
I'm going to attempt to shoot it a second time.
You got this.
Okay,
Yes.
22.
Hits.
First try.
Right. And I rolled 1 for the damage.
For a total of...
4.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, take 2 acid
Yeah,
damage.
cool. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
Why are you just standing under it?
I'm held under it. Now it's incapacitated. It can't even.
But
It's frozen on top of me.
I did hit it, so I would like to do favored foe and do an extra d6 of damage.
Okay.
For 1.
Would Cal like to attack it?
Yes. For 19.
Hits.
And that does... Oh my goodness. 8 damage.
Nice. The Ankeg is looking very bad. Pog and Cal take 3 acid.
Bog is also looking very bad.
Oh.
And then it is Esri's turn.
All right, I'm going to use my wild shape to do symbiotic entity for my action. That gets me some things, some temporary hit points, and makes my circle of spores worser. Then for my bonus action, I'm going to, excuse me, I'm going to toss my little chibi mushroom healing spirit over to... Well, okay. Can I get it into the same space as Pog mechanically? Is that...
I assume that Pog... I mean, it had to release Pog, so I assume that... I'm assuming Pog stood up to attack it. Unless
Great.
Colin's thinking not.
I was not thinking that, but we can move forward with that.
Okay.
So I'm casting that, sorry, at 2nd level. I always forget the exact until the spell ends, which is 10 rounds. When you start your turn there, you can restore 1d6 hit points to that creature.
Cool.
Oh, I'm sorry. It can do it 1 plus spellcasting. Okay, so it can do it 5 times within 10 rounds.
Okay.
So when you start your turn there, yeah, you can take a d6. And then, is there any further I can get away from the thing?
Yeah, totally.
I will totally get away from the thing. However far I can.
Esri lobbed a grenade and ran. This time it was healing, but this is becoming your thing, Esri. Tossing grenades and running.
I think it's a
the
sound
Ankeg
strategy.
Is incapacitated, and so it's Ari's turn.
However, on its turn, it needs to make a con saving throw. Oh, no, I moved away. I'm sorry.
You moved away.
I'm sorry. I moved away. Never mind.
Okay. Ari, like, kind of, his mark still glowing, kind of brings the shield and sword down, and shadowy wisps envelop Ari. He casts Shadow of Moil, and Ari runs up to attack the thing. So he is totally obscured from the creature, so with advantage, I think. First attack, I rolled 2 4s. I'm going to push. That is annoying. 15 to hit.
15 does not hit.
Second attack. 21.
Does hit.
13 psychic damage.
Describe the killing of the Ankeg.
Oh.
Ari runs up, wreathed in shadow, and puts a foot onto like one of the front legs of the Ankeg as Ari pushes himself up and brings Remembrance down into the forehead of the thing, causing no physical wound, but it just going still as the psychic blade lodges into its mind.
Awesome. As its body starts to go limp, it then like seizes and convulses, and you feel the plates of the exoskeleton swell slightly under your feet.
Run.
And then and I need a dexterity saving throw from Pog, Cal, Shade, and Ari.
That was not my grenade.
I'm gonna push.
Cal, 25.
I'm gonna
Oh.
push.
No, I get. Hang on.
16.
Yes.
Yeah, you have advantage, Pog, because you're
Yeah.
reaching.
I am still going to use the push that I already applied, though, and get 2 more shots at this. There we go. 17.
Okay, 17, Cal did 20-something. What was Shade's?
23.
23, and Ari?
16.
16. All of you succeed, which is good because that means that all of you take 9 acid damage.
Well, I'm immune to acid damage. Don't look
As
at my
bug
character
guts
sheet.
just-
None of your business.
Splatter the walls.
I should have shot it. Gross. Thought I'd look cool. not worth it.
Esri, behind you,
I
a
do
voice.
feel like we learned this lesson. Oh,
Hey, Esri, behind you, a voice says, "Fascinating. Oh, very good show. Well done."
Ah!
Is it House's voice?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. Ari told you so, like so many times. And I turn and look.
Irving Finkel is halfway
Yeah, it's
embedded
Irving.
in a wall covered in the same sort of crusty stuff that's holding the eggs against the wall.
Hey,
Well done.
Irving,
I had
what are
not
you doing?
heard that they exploded like that when you killed them.
Yep, it hurts too. If you want to add that to your notes.
Yup.
Oh, I'm
Not
very
me.
feeling of their acid.
How's it hanging,
Are
buddy?
you
Ah,
are you
very good.
okay? Like, if we cut you down, are you gonna become a monster and attack us, or go on a rampage, or anything like that? Like, should we put you out of your misery, or do we just need to cut you down?
No, what?
I am very in favor of not being in misery anymore, but I would prefer that you not kill me if that's what you mean. I would very much enjoy being allowed down from the wall before I am later eaten by the onkegs.
Yeah, he's got
There's-
an itchy trigger
Paul,
finger lately. I'll
don't
help you down.
move. Stand on the mushroom for 30
Gonna
seconds.
just keep sitting here for now.
Ari walks over to start getting Finkel down.
Ah,
I
very good.
actually can't help much with this. Although I'd like to study the stuff that held you there.
Feel free.
Uh,
There's plenty of it.
Did you fall down during the earthquake?
Oh, yes. Many of us did, yes, I think. Probably quite a lot of wayfinders have been crushed under the rubble.
That's. Hey, do you know, is Hellas, Carva, do you know if anybody's okay, or have you just been stuck here since it happened?
No, I was not stuck here since it happened. I woke up being dragged in here by an onkeg, and was too weak to think of what to do until I was already plastered against the wall and left, presumably for their young to feed on later.
Yeah, we were trying to take care of
Pog,
the eggs.
20 hit points.
Thank you.
I noticed you said an onkeg. Is it not the onkeg?
Oh,
Are there
goodness, no.
more?
It's a hive.
Oh.
It's the only
Okay.
onkeg in here right now.
We've been sent down here to make sure nothing comes up out of the fissure to terrorize the city. There's a big hole in the ground now. So I guess we got to go deeper to take care of the rest of the onkeg problem.
Oh, yes, you'll want to find them down there.
Okay. Were you in the nest when it fell? I'm assuming.
Oh, yes. Yes. There was a very strange occurrence just before the earthquake began, to be frank. We had some very unfortunate and unpleasant visitors who came back looking for the items that you thwarted the theft of.
Oh, good. Good. If only somebody would.
No,
Yeah.
it was not. Not at all,
yeah, no.
actually. Yes. We sounded the alarm, and Alice ran in to face them, and after a while the ground began to shake, and then the nest collapsed on top of us.
Okay.
The timing does seem portentous.
Did you get a look at the folks that were coming into the nest?
Oh, yes, very strange. They did not look well, I would say. Very curious garb, ancient, I would call it. Both, I would say, one definitely elven in origin. The other hooded, I could not tell. But the elven one wore very old, elaborate armor, carried a very impressive-looking glaive. Strange,
Black
dark
eyes?
markings all over the face. Yes, but so did the other one.
Was the hooded one quite a bit taller?
No, the hooded one was human, I think, or perhaps at one point human. Terribly pale,
All right.
Interesting.
And
Well-
then there was a third that was, I have no idea what he was. He might have at one point been human, but he had more limbs than he was supposed to, and seemed to have undergone some sort of very unpleasant transformations.
Yikes. That sounds awful.
Oh,
Did they say anything? Anything ominous?
Yes. They went
Yeah,
on to declare
figured.
their allegiance to Lord Colseer,
Colseer,
and their
yep.
intention of reclaiming his kingdom. They seemed very
that's gonna
jolly
be-
about it.
Problem that we're going to have to deal with down the road.
Yes, invariably down the road. Yes.
They're in here.
All right.
Oh yes, they came through not long before you.
Oh, I didn't mean in the
I
immediate.
shouldn't have said that it was bad
Okay.
in here earlier. I should have waited until now to say how bad it is in here.
Maybe don't shout now that we know there's like ominous, creepy figures on the hunt. You do you, Pog. I hope you're feeling better. Mr. Finkel.
Indeed.
Irving. I would say the path behind us is clear. You can head back up, except it's not because there's a fey plant that we had to hold our breath and sprint through, and it still
yes,
tried to snatch
I was
at us.
examining that. It was quite fascinating. That's when the Onkeg found me.
Okay. So I don't know what do you want to come with us, or I guess
Oh,
we could try to
goodness,
get
no.
you through the plant and get you back up the rest of the way, but then we have to deal with the plane again, but I guess that's only fair.
I believe I understand the plant. I will take my
Yeah,
chances
yes.
with the plant, and not with the strange beings further in.
but don't harm the plant.
Very well. I will not.
Excellent.
How close to death would you say you are? Are you actually pretty healthy? You were just stuck here, or
One step closer than
did
yesterday.
they injure you?
I was bitten and rendered unconscious by the Onkeg before I found myself here.
He's so jolly about all of this.
I'll
It's been a fascinating
touch-
experience.
I'll touch
glad-
him and give him a cure wounds.
Irving, you're a smart fella.
I am.
I-
I have numerous
7
degrees.
hit points.
I will have to dig through the rubble for my diplomas.
Any insight on what could have caused this? What the garb, any of that kind of stuff? Like
What could have caused?
the earthquake, like Dominion of Colseer reclaiming his kingdom, like
Oh, well, I assume that in some fashion or other, the invaders were responsible for the earthquake, but I could not say with certainty how they did it or why they did it.
fair enough. All right. Well, I guess we need to press on. Unless, do we need to take a little rest before we press on, gang?
We probably need to. Are we done with the eggs?
You have destroyed all the eggs.
We're done with the eggs.
I don't want to rest here. This is not a resting room,
Fair enough.
even for me.
No, it is not.
Oh, however, I'll pull out a vial and fill it up.
Gross. All right, Irving. Well, glad we could find you when we did. And so you said that Hallis charged in to face them. Was Carva in the room as well? When
Carver was
everything
not in the
happened?
building at the time.
Okay, so Carva's probably not down here, but Hallis may be. Okay, just trying to keep a.
Yes.
Any other wayfinders that we need to keep an eye out
I don't know. I mean, there was quite a lot of staff, so if you
for? Okay.
do see anyone,
Okay. We'll keep
if
an
you're
eye out.
moving forward, here, and he takes a ring off of his finger and hands it to you.
Oh.
I don't know how entirely useful it will be, but you might find yourself in need of something.
Okay. What does it do?
Oh, it makes it very, very difficult to restrain you. It is
Oh.
a ring of free action. While you wear this ring, difficult terrain doesn't cost you extra movement, and in addition, magic can neither reduce your speed nor cause you to be paralyzed or restrained.
Yeet it at Pog.
Very cool.
Pog will snatch it.
Thank you.
You know, you mentioned Talus, and that reminds me. Last time we saw Hallis, he was acting different.
Was he?
He put on a very impressive, I'm remembering this correctly, right? A display of aggression, and fought off, well, quite a few attackers. Very different
Has always prided
demeanor.
himself on his dueling.
Well, yes, that was impressive, but also he sort of just seemed like he really wanted to kill them. Is that not out of character for him?
I don't know what provocation he was given.
It seems significant, I suppose. He caused a bit of an earthquake there, right? Guys, am I remembering this right?
There was some damage to the ship's cat. Yeah.
I sort of remember Ari not
Yes.
being able to move at all. He was just sort of flopping around like a fish. Something like that. I don't know if that's accurate.
I don't recall that, but might be true.
I was not aware of that ability in Hallis.
So you didn't see him like just sort of aid these folk that were coming in, or try to fend them off and cause this massive earthquake or something like that?
I did not see the confrontation.
Okay. Okay. I thought I'd ask.
That does sound concerning. If you see Hallis, be sure to ask about it.
Well, yes. If that's the chance we get, talking would be preferred.
Yes. I am going to sneak my way past those sentient fey plants.
Yes. Good luck to you.
my way.
Excellent. Good luck.
And
Do be careful.
We'll
Take
Yes.
copious notes as you are down here. I would be very interested in a full and thorough and detailed report when you get back to the service.
I will do my best. If obviously the nest is no longer standing, if you need a place to go, the floating island above the city, we have kind of a spot up there, food, shelter, that kind of thing. If you need some place to go, so that's
Excellent.
our
Thank
spot.
you.
Yeah, of course.
Although, if you have a way of bringing some food there, that would be good. Apparently, we only have bread to eat now.
I see. I will think on that.
All right, gang. Deeper into the hole.
Tally ho. Turn.
Pog
Yes.
gets himself up off the floor.
Holy towel.
Okay.
All right. Well,
All right, Pug. You want to take the lead again? You still adventure time?
Yeah.
Gung-ho?
Can I get one of those drinks from Thora?
Sure.
Ari has them, I think.
I don't. I'm keeping track of them.
I see.
I think we represent that. At least all of us have.
Oh,
one.
I thought you had them.
I think that
Okay.
would be the way to do it. So, those are usually good for last resorts, but
Then how long till your mushroom
did
guy comes
my little
back?
guy
'Cause
not-
I am not prepared
oh,
to fight anything yet.
oh, okay. Well,
Maybe
let's see.
maybe we just go a little farther ahead and get to a room that you are okay with me taking a quick nap in. Just a real quick nap.
Yeah. You don't want to fall
I
asleep.
really
in
do,
this.
Esri. I really, really do. I just want to fall asleep anywhere.
Okay. Well, I'm
Let's
going to
go
make this
then.
decision for you, and say, yeah, go. Sure,
Okay.
sure. Shade, can you maybe watch for little moving plates on the ground as you go? Right.
Yes. Yes.
Question mark?
Okay.
I think we're moving forward.
Shade, give me a perception check. Are we moving forward, or are we moving forward to try and find a place to rest?
Looking for a chamber that just isn't a horror.
I feel
of
like that's
acid
all we
gore.
have ahead of
I
us.
think that would be the.
Various types of gore and
We're
horror.
moving deeper into the Ankeg Hive. Yeah.
All right. What was your perception?
18.
18. Okay, you are able to move the group forward fairly safely, and you do manage to find a little small cave off the main passage that does seem to be empty, and you are all going to take a rest here. That's the intention.
Short rest.
Gonna
Short
stop
rest.
for an hour.
Short rest.
The Warlock is happy with a short rest.
Are
If-
we stopping
Well,
for an
I mean,
hour?
Pog asked to be able to
Pog's
heal back
beat
up.
up.
A bit.
I can cast some cure
That's
wounds
fine
on
with
him.
me. I don't want to stop. I just want to
we
not be
just-
hurt so bad.
He told us,
We're going
Yeah.
to be down here a while, right? We're not.
but he just told
I
us
don't-
that those bad guys were just right ahead of us. And
Well,
if we stop for an hour,
Perhaps we should let them just keep going then and get a little further ahead of us.
If those
Well, but they caused an earthquake, and we want
then we'll
to.
have to catch up to them, and it'll take longer.
We almost
we're down here
destroyed the
for-
nest, stopping one of them.
And I don't. We want to fight them. We want to catch up with them. That's what we're saying.
We jumped
I want
into a
to stop
hole
whatever they're
to be
doing.
heroes.
No.
And if those are the
No, no, no,
people, no.
No, to stop. To
Yeah,
stop
no,
creepy
Shade, you're on
crawlies
the
from
right
getting
track.
out
No,
of the hole. We're doing the thing.
We found the people that caused the earthquake, Ezri.
That's not why we're
Maybe.
here.
Maybe then they can close it back up.
The more we argue about this, the further ahead they're getting. So what are we?
I'm
true.
aware.
I'm gonna cast Cure
Pog, sit.
Wounds on Pog.
Okay.
You don't think you might want to have that available when we find these destroyers of the earth that you want to find?
At second level, I rolled a 1 and a 2. It's not.
Plus your
It's
wisdom.
not a good night. Oh yeah, no, it heals him for 6. Pog, do you feel better now?
Oh, infinitely.
Who knew infinity was such a small number? Oof.
I mean,
Well,
if Shade's trucking on, then Ari will keep up with her. Like it sounds like Shade is
Yep.
intending
We
to keep
move.
moving forward.
And
They never. I mean, at this point, you would think they would listen just a little bit, but they don't.
why would you think that?
You're not here, y'all. I'm walking. You're trotting or whatever.
Oh, Shade's not asking that. That's just, an audience member wondering.
okay, standing back up from having been given the instruction to sit, I'm going to say that the frustration is the flavor that gets Pog fired up, and I'll use second wind to regain a few more hit points. So, here we go.
Okay.
Once more into the breach.
All right. So you move forward. Shade, give me another perception check.
Oh! I hate it when Ezra's right.
Full of hate.
What'd you roll?
10 total. I get plus 7, and I rolled a 10. So,
You take a turn, wind up in a dead end, backtrack a ways before you find the path you missed, and are able to descend again, dropping out after a while into another finished passage. that leads on for a while. This passage is in remarkably good shape. And also someone's been down here because it's been lit. Like someone has come through here activating arcane runes that have dimly lit the interior of this passage.
Oh. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Well, we do still have
We wanna
40
move
foot
So
forward.
of
this doesn't
Right.
seem the
light.
right way. The hive is probably not in a well lit area.
It might be at the end of a well-lit area.
Probably need to backtrack.
Are we moving to try and catch up with them? Like, do we need to pick up the pace?
Well, I voted.
Shade's not super decisive. She's feeling a little bit guilty already about usurping this authority and then getting us lost. The jungle is much easier to navigate than under the city. It didn't
didn't take
translate
a
a one-to-one
rest.
like I thought.
We didn't take a rest with the intent of trying to catch up with these people, so I think we move at a faster clip to try and catch up. Now that we have kind of a straight shot, more defined path.
Okay. I'll try again.
So,
Pog,
hey, you're good. You're doing great.
Yes.
None of us know where we're going.
can someone try to tell Thora?
Oh, Thora, can you hear us?
No,
Oh,
you-
sorry, Pog, go ahead.
You go. Pog's not doing a lot of talking right now.
Thora? Yep. These things get arranged, don't they? All right, we're on our own, gang.
What?
And Ari moves into a jog, headed down the lit pathway.
Well, I assume 10 minutes have passed, so I lose my temporary hit points that I didn't get to use.
Pog follows.
Oh yeah.
You move down the passage now easily. You pass a couple of places where traps have obviously been disabled. And soon descend a staircase. As you come down the staircase, you can hear from the chamber ahead a grinding sound, and then a thump as of something heavy being laid on the ground. And you hear a voice say, "Take back your own, Lord." At which point you come to the doorway of a tunnel. You see a chamber. You see in the center of the chamber a raised space with a long, larger than human sarcophagus on it. A big figure is leaning in. Rippling across his gray skin are many, many dragon marks. As he straightens, you can see that he's lifted out of the sarcophagus in one hand a big axe, and in the other a crown. He hands the axe to a hooded figure standing next to him, and raises and pulls the crown down around the braids that are tied back around his head, and then takes the axe back. Another figure, not quite in sight, says, "We're not alone." And as you come into view, you see standing on the dais, a little down, turning around to face you, Ezri. You recognize the changed face of Tommel. Skin is now pale with a slightly green cast, black tattoo lines running across his face, wearing ornate armor, carrying a dark metal glaive. He looks up and says, "Last chance." And that's where we'll end this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been Khyber Shards. Feel some intensity in my direction.
Not
If you'd like to
yours.
get in touch with us,
Nuh-uh.
you can find links to all of our social media in the description down below, as well as a link to Colin's Twitch, where he is sorry BTR. The O is 0. New episodes of Khyber Shards drop every Monday. New Khyber Shards answers every Friday. And until next time, thanks for rolling with us.